My name is something that my mom fought to have. Like most Asian kids in America, they come and they change their name to American name, right? Just because it's easier. And I did try that for a minute one summer in high school. It didn't last because I didn't get used to it. If you must know, it was Samantha, short for Sam. I always wanted something strong, and a short name like Sam was also strong, and I loved Who's the Boss, so that was where it came from. Now, I couldn't get used to it. Everyone kept saying Sam or Samantha, and I would never turn around, but then if they said ciao, like ciao bella, I would turn around, which made no sense, so I decided that it wasn't working for me. But also, when I was talking to my mom about it, she started explaining to me the story about my name. She said in Vietnam, traditionally the father-in-law names the firstborn. And my father-in-law was at the hospital when I was born because my dad was away in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, on business and couldn't make it in time. He didn't know what to name me because I was a girl. He was, had a lot of boys' names because they always want boys, right? And he invited this woman that he knew who had like 6 or 7 daughters, and she helped him. She decided on Hồng Hoa, which is the name of the hospital I was born in Vietnam. Hồng means pink. Hoa means like flower, rose. So it just depends on how you see it. And he thought it sounded beautiful, and it does. But my mom, again, very progressive for her time, thought the name wasn't strong enough, right? She wanted a name that kind of defines your character and your strength and how you move on with your life. And to her, a flower is really beautiful and pretty, but again, what do you have to do with flowers? You have to take care of it or it wilts and die. So she didn't want her daughter to be dependent on being taken care of. So when we escaped from Vietnam, the first time we got caught and we were held in jail. My mom and I were in one, my dad was in another, and we were there for a few days. I think she said 7, and we didn't really get a lot of food or water, and I got really sick. My mom decided to send me to the monks, these Vietnamese monks at a temple. To her, it served 2 purposes. 1, for me to be taken care of, to get well, and 2, to deter the Viet Congs from thinking my mom was going to try to escape again because now their daughter is away from them. But also traditionally in Chinese Vietnamese culture, if your path in one direction is going kind of poorly and you want to change your destiny, you do a drastic change in your life. Some would cut their hair off or shave it off or give you up, per se, to someone else, or have you call your family a different name, like your mom would be auntie instead of mom. So my mom technically gave me up to these monks because they said, give her to me, she will stay with us until she gets well and you can have her back when she's well. And they also tried to get me to call my mom auntie, and I refused. And my mom would come on the weekends to borrow me so that I can come home and visit because my grandfather and my dad really missed me. And so I think I was there for like almost 5 or 6 months, and I finally got better, at which time my mom asked my grandfather if she could change my name to change my path. So she took that opportunity. So she decided on Chau, which is Chow, because Ngọc Châu in Vietnamese means pearl, and pearl to her means it's strong and beautiful, whether it's lost or found in the sea. So she wanted her daughter to be beautiful and can stand on her own, right? But she couldn't add the Ngọc because my uncle's name is that, and that whole Vietnamese same name thing is very confusing, so she didn't want to do that. And so she asked for Châu, and Châu could also mean ox, depending on how you pronounce it. So either way, it's strong. So I was Hồng Châu. So not to disrespect my grandfather completely, she kept part of it. Now, it wasn't until we finally escaped the 2nd or 3rd time, I can't even recall, and when we were doing the paperwork in Thailand to America, she dropped the Hồng, and I just became Châu. And understanding the story of how long it took my mom to name me, it made me keep my name as it is. And also in coming to decide how to name my brand, I've realized the name signifies a lot of meaning for not just me, but my family, and something I wanted to leave behind as far as my own legacy. I decided to go with Chow Signs. Signs is my married name, and that's who I am and where I am in my life right now, of how I came to design and create this brand the way it is. So that was very important to me. It wasn't easy to get here, just because I am not a well-known designer yet, nor do I come from a legacy brand. But I think it's important for independent luxury brands to have a very powerful or inspiring or something that's meaningful to them to help launch them, so that people understand that it's not just another product that I'm creating. There's a more intentional meaning behind it.